Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was kind of,
Yeah, well, if you'd listen to the Michigan Department of Agriculture or the USDA, it says that the identification of a few individual insects is not evidence of an invasion. Rather, it is evidence that our invasive species monitoring systems are functioning and working well. So that's we found them right when they came in, and there was only one of each. So that's how we got. There's none left right now. So
yay.
yay.
Let's hope it stays that way. But then again, you just never know with all these people coming across. We thought we could be able to stop this COVID-19 in its tracks. That didn't happen.
We're much too much of a global economy, and we just travel all the time. But yes, this is the giant wasps. They're not coming for you. And I looked at what they do in Asia, because you would think that nobody would want these, but actually they secrete this kind of fungal thing that actually goes on the bark of the tree, and it protects the trees that they're in from other more damaging insects, and it also keeps other hornets in check.
Now we'll take that because we know those hornets and wasps. Those are the bad guys.
Those are the bad guys. So this guy actually keeps them in check, but you also keep other bees in check too.
Unfortunately, the Frank Nitty of bees. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yeah, I have to transplant some Pachysandra.
Okay.
And can you do it this time of year?
You can do it this time of year. Make sure you've got the hole ready to go to put it in right away, because it's been a little chilly at night here. But yes, you can do it this time of year with really no problem.
Oh, okay. How deep do you put that in? Do you know?
Just, make the hole just a little bit deeper than the root ball is. And so you can actually put some fill in the bottom of there and make it a little wider than what the plant is. So you can pack it down in there with some nice compost or whatever you're going to use.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the call. 395-1450, 395-1450. If you have a call for the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen, she'll be happy to take it. Of course, she is with DeBruyn Seed, Washington Elm in downtown Zeeland. Before we talk a little bit about our awards category, our lawns, the birds that we like to see, and maybe some of the nasty things we don't want to see, like grubs and moles and rats, and, mice, and all that. We'll talk about some of the things that are not here yet, but they're coming. They're coming. But first,
they're coming.
Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Good morning. I was wondering, we've got moles, we got the worms. Now, is it a good time to put grub on the lawn?
You can, if you've got grubs that are there right now, it's a great time to put the Dilox down right now. That actually kills the grubs that are there right now. And then in mid-May or so, you can put down the season-long grub killer that will prevent the eggs from hatching into grubs later.
Oh, so it's a two-part thing.
Yes, two-part thing.
First Dilox, and then
the season-long grub killer. Yes.
Grub killer. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now for the Dilox, and then a little bit later this month, the grub killer.
You've got until July to put the second part down, so don't hurry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, very good. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you very much for the call. 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yes, I was kind of wondering if she knew when Holland Township's going to have their yard and garden trash thing over there at Quincy this spring. The first one was canceled.
Yeah, and I keep calling there, and I don't get any good answer of when they're going to do it again, but I will keep you informed if I hear.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the call. 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Hi, I have a question about my hydrangeas.
Sure.
The new growth at the bottom of the plant was affected by the freeze.
Oh, okay.
So what do I do with that? Do I take those dead ones off, and then will new growth happen again?
Yeah, new growth should come back on. I wouldn't worry about that. It's called the second flush of leaves, but yeah, take off the dead ones.
Okay. And even where I thought there were buds on the sticks, look a little brown. Is that going to be a problem?
I would hold on to those for just a little bit. You never know.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you
Yep.
very much for the call. 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Good morning. I'll hang up. How about grapevine? How do you kill it?
How do you kill the grapevine? And we've heard it through the grapevine, yes.
We've heard
Thank
it
you
through
for the call, by the way.
grapevine, yes. That is going to take some brush killer. You're going to have to mix that up pretty intensely to kill that. It's got such a woody stem, but you have to spray it on what's green and growing. There's a couple other things up there, crossbow, but that's going to kill everything around there. I don't know if you want to kill everything, but there's a couple things in the arsenal here that will kill a lot. So that is a tough one to do, but it's one thing that probably have to do several times, hit it several times, but you should be able to get it.
All right, 395-1450, 395-1450. I'm going to preface this statement, Jan, with this. It's not Popeye time yet, okay?
No.
I'll tell you why I say it's not Popeye time. I'm not talking about spinach.
Okay.
We're not talking about olives for olive oil. But we're talking about sweet potatoes. You know, I am what I am.
I am. No, I am. Yes. They're not here yet. It's too cold. They really need warm soil to put their little feet in, and they're growing in Tennessee, and they get ripped out of the ground and shipped up here, and they have to go back in the nice warm ground, and they'd get too much of a shock right now in the ground we have right now. So just relax. Memorial Day weekend, we'll have the sweet potatoes.
Yes, you can then put the yams in, and
yes, put the yams in. Yes,
yeah, that's why I said it's not Popeye time.
But I am.
I know it's a silly pun, but we gotta think of silly puns right now. 395-1450, 395-1450. What is available right now? If you can't plant the yams,
you can plant the regular seed potatoes. We got red, white, yellow sweet potatoes. We've got the little Austrian crescents, little fingerling potatoes. We've got Texas sweet onion plants. We've got onion sets. We've got shallots. We've got seeds. We've got plants. We don't have the cucumber, squash, pumpkin, and melon plants yet. It's too cold for them. But we've got a lot of like broccoli and cauliflower, kale, things that can go in right now. If you play around in the soil right now, it's cold down there. So, but those plants can go in. We also have some tomato plants and some pepper plants, not to go in the ground right away, but you can bring them home with you and live with them for a little bit in the house with you. So they're nice and warm and they keep growing. And we also have the cemetery liners and the green pails for the cemetery. That's important. That's coming up. Memorial Day is coming up. The liners are beautiful, and we've got hanging baskets. We've got strawberry plants. We've got herbs. We've got all kinds of fun stuff here right now.
and of course you can stop by, but of course keep the social distancing at.
Yes, social distancing is fine, and one person per family, please. Don't bring 5 people in at one time. One person is plenty to get whatever you need. We don't need to have groups of people.
By the way, Jan, we will obey that, but you're going to have to talk to one of your staffers. We've been getting emails saying, all of you guys come on down. I need pets. I think Mr. Butternut needs to be taught a lesson about, one person going to have to do the petting of 5.
Yes. Yes. The staff is going to have to do more affection for the poor little guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've seen emails, Mr. Butternut, signing it. president of DeBruyn.
Yeah.
And he would, you got to take a picture of him presiding over things. That's about it. 395-1450, 395-1450. What do you think a president does? 395-1450. Holly and I spent some time in Holland on Saturday looking at the tulips.
Yeah.
Some of them were a little bit droopy, but that was because they're not droopy because they've been in and, starting to, say goodbye. They were just droopy because of the wind.
That wind was nasty.
Yeah,
I think
it was.
it's finally calmed down a bit, but wow, that was a nasty wind for a long time.
It was bracing, to say the least. But the thing is, you drive by town, and the tulips they're standing tall and proud, like hey, we're as tough.
I'm here. Yes. Yes. There's some spots that are just lovely right now. So, if you haven't come to downtown Hall, you haven't missed it. So, get down there, and it's going to be a beautiful day, sunshine. Some of those tulips just in the sun are amazing. So, get on down.
Not just the tulip plantings on 6th Street, and maybe at Windmill Island, but the tulip lanes, Washington Avenue, 12th Street.
They are pretty. Yes.
Yeah.
Go explore. There's a lot of streets that have tulips on them. They're all different colors. I mean, there might be a color you don't like, but hey, the next tulip probably a color you do like. So yeah, I took a bunch of pictures, and they're very pretty. And if you find one you like, make sure hey, this is the one I want for next year. And then the fall, you can look for that one. Yes.
Patty?
I noticed the ones at 9th and River the red is just such a vibrant red. It's just gorgeous right behind the museum.
Yes. Isn't that a pretty? Oh my gosh, some of them are so vibrant. It's like they're glowing or something. Yes.
Some reds are like, okay, but this one is just, with the sunshine behind it, it was just spectacular.
Yes. So,
and I miss you.
I miss you too. I wish I were there.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, she's in the studio on Saturday mornings, Patty, unfortunately. But
yeah, well, I'm out. I was out cutting the grass last Saturday. Finally.
Now, we're starting to cut grasses. Do we need to start cutting hairs too?
Yes.
Well, not HARES. We can cut them a little later on, cut them some slack.
The cars do well enough mowing them down. Poor Peter Rabbit in my backyard is just like, oh no, gotta have another family of babies again.
That's what they do.
I know, even with a fenced-in backyard, it's like, okay, how do you guys get in here? But I know how they're getting in, so yeah.
We touched upon a little bit earlier about our question of the week. Let's go, shall we say, to our award-winning categories. Time now for our awards of the week. First of all, you got some sage advice, Master Gardener, about dealing with the advice for the week. We need to know.
The chilly nights here. We keep getting phone calls. Everybody, should I cover? Should I cover this? Should I cover that? One more night, I think I would do it. I think it's only going to be in the low to mid 30s, but it never after all of these cold nights, don't take a chance tonight. So make sure hanging baskets go inside for the night again. Cover those really tender plants again tonight, just to be on the safe side.
Now, we mentioned last week, and I didn't get it queued up in time again this week, silly me. We can't queue up Mick and the Stones, but we need to talk about dandelions because the yellow ones have been out for a while, but now you got the puffballs, and that means, boy, we got some issues with allergies. Those allergies.
Oh, my allergies right now are just nuts. But yes, it kind of went from being yellow in everyone's lawn to being puffballs in a week. You can still kill the dandelions at the puffball stage because right now it has just put all of its energy into making this puffball. So you can very easily kill it with a basic weed killer will do it. So you don't have to get fancy for the dandelions at all. I just got the weed killer and I just walked around the lawn and just sprayed the dandelions. They're dead. They're dead now. They're
Yep.
gone.
But keep in mind too, we're talking about everybody's got to wear masks because of the COVID-19 situation. If you have allergy problems with the dandelions, you might as well be masked as well so that you don't come in with watery eyes and stuffy nose and big headache and you just be a grouch the rest of the day.
Yeah, there's too many things blooming outside right now. That's my theory. Yeah, it's I love being outside. Even just sitting on the deck makes my eyes tear and my nose run. So, yeah, just keep in mind it's allergy season out there.
Yeah, Dr. Hurlwormer will have a field day when we have him on in a couple of weeks here.
Yeah, it's coming into allergy season. You betcha.
It certainly is. Between the dandelions and, of course, the cottonwood trees. Can we find a cottonwood bug and just get rid of? No, we shouldn't do that. We don't want to see any trees go away, but I wouldn't be adverse to that. Or even mowing lawns. That could get the allergies going.
Yeah, allergies too, big time. Yeah.
We got more awards in a few moments, but we do have some calls. 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yes, we have a question about our orange tree. It's either a tree or a bush. The first year we had it, it was just loaded with the little oranges. Now the last year we don't get anything at all. Is there something we can do for that?
I take it this is in the house, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the house now. We bring it in over the cold weather.
Yeah.
Put it out in the summer.
Yeah, it needs more sunshine. That's basically what it needs. It's suffering from that I don't get enough sun in the winter type syndrome. I got my lemon tree to start going again by getting it its own little private heat, or not a heat lamp, but a grow lamp over it. And now I get tons of buds. So it just needs more light. It just needs more something, sunshine. Needs more sunshine.
Okay. Well, any kind of fertilizer you think or not?
I fertilize mine in the spring. Yeah, and it's just a basic fertilizer. I don't go fancy at all with it, but yeah, just needs more sunshine. You can fertilize it right now. Also, you bet.
Needs full sun.
The full sun.
Yeah, when you first put it out on the deck, make sure you put it out in a little shadier spot and gradually move it over to full sunlight because that's going to be quite a change for it. So be careful with that.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
All right, thank
good
you
luck.
very much
Have
for the
fun with
call.
that.
395-1450, 395-1450. It's okay to bring them out now, or because we still have a danger with the frost situation?
After tonight, I think the nights go down to like 50 degrees. But I still would bring your plants are used to being inside, and we're not used to being in the 50-degree, and they aren't either. So you can bring them outside, put them out on the deck, but bring them back in for just a couple more days until we get some warmer nights.
Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yes, I have a question for her.
Sure.
I have squirrels that keep getting in my bird feeder and also in my grape jelly, for one. And then I have a robin that's very protective of my grape jelly and won't let my cardinals get at it.
A Frank Nitty robin. I can see it now. Yes.
Nobody's behaving in that backyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do we do?
So, what on the seed? I definitely would put some of that hot pepper. We've got a hot pepper, like a spray type thing, or a dry powder that you can put on the squirrels won't like that. That's the nice part.
Okay, because I do have that squirrel stopper, and I put hot crushed red pepper in it, and they still eat it.
The problem with the crushed red pepper is it doesn't stick to the seeds. You need to really get it to stick there. If you can spray some Pam or some, cooking thing on the seeds, or there's a little oily substance to it. Then you can put the cayenne pepper or that, and it will stick to the seeds. That will help that a lot.
Yeah, I've tried that too.
Yeah.
As for the robin,
yeah, you're on your own with the robin.
Right, because my squirrels even eat it now.
Oh, that's fun. I would just give them their own little grape jelly in one spot, and maybe in a whole different area. Put out some more grape jelly for your Orioles and things. Those nasty little guys.
Yeah.
They're just not behaving.
yeah.
No, they're not. So, well, thank you very much.
Appreciate the call. 395-1450, 395-1450. These guys aren't nice. These guys are not lovable. Hori and Harry Chris. Get Hori out of there. Get Harry out of there. These twins, they got to go away.
They got to go away. They're those wonderful little weeds. They spring up in the spring this time of year, and the leaves are down at the bottom, and they send up a beautiful little white flower, very delicate, but it's also got lots of seeds on it. So be careful about that one. That one's going to it's just one of those things that comes back year after year after year, and it gets worse and it spreads. So kill it now. Use something with tricloper. I walked around. I had it all in my back flower bed for some reason. I don't know how it got in there. And I sprayed it. Put a little shield around my plants I didn't want to kill while I sprayed those things. And they're dead now. I'm happy to say. Or you can go out there and pull them, but that's not that much fun. So
no.
I much prefer spraying. Yes.
Yeah, let Chemical Ali go to work on those guys. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Good morning. Love your program, guys. Jan, I was given an old rhubarb plant, so I dug it up and moved him home here. And now it has this, off the center, it has a big clump of whatever that is growing out of it.
Actually,
must that be cut off? The leaves are great, but off the center of this plant is like a large stem. And
it's going to seed, actually, is what that's doing. And it's going to make that whole plant horrible and not very long. So you're going to have to dig that up again, cut it up into fourths or thirds or whatever, and plant littler plants. Because that one's going to seed.
Okay, because it's old.
Yes, because it's old. And it's not bad. You can still, you can recycle it. Just dig it up, cut out that middle part, and just put the little pieces here and there, and you will get a more beautiful rhubarb plants. Yes.
All right. Great. Okay, will do. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you very much for the call. 395-1450, 395-1450. Well, I know some of you baseball fans say, what is an old rhubarb? It's when the Tiger manager, Ron Gardenhire, complains with umpire Joe West, these couple of old guys having a rhubarb. No, that's not that type of old rhubarb. 395-1450. We got a problem with magic mushrooms right now. Not exactly the magic mushroom. It's just they're just coming up, and they're coming up as if they're by magic. And you don't need to be Harry Blackstone Jr. to get rid of them, do you?
No. Well, no. Just go over there and knock them over with your foot or with a lawnmower. They aren't good to eat, so don't think that you're going to make supper out of them. But they aren't poisonous either. But they're just annoying. It's something organic growing in the ground, and when it gets wet, then it sends up these little mushrooms. If you want to get rid of them completely, the thing is you got to dig up all the soil around it down to 12 to 18 inches and get everything out and replace it with clean soil and start all over there. But hey, I kind of knocking them over with my foot. Yeah.
Right. But even then, you put the clean soil in. If something, if you don't do the complete digging, and all of a sudden you get clean soil with the fungi back, and then more mushrooms come up.
And more annoying mushrooms come up.
Yeah, so it's like,
just knock them over.
Just kick them over. You know,
yeah.
or have the kids play soccer in the backyard, and that'll take care of them.
395 should do it. Yeah.
Yeah, 395-1450, 395-1450. One more award. Let's go to, and Ron and the grubs. We got to get rid of them, right?
Yes, they're up near the surface of the soil right now. They're eating the grass roots. People are having problems with it. If you get some of those brown areas in the lawn, and next to it's a good area, you might want to roll the sod back a little bit. If you see a bunch of little white C-shaped grubs, time to put some dialox down. So that's the thing to do right now. If you've got grubs, dialox, you have to kill them right now. Thing with the dialox, you have to water it in. You can't just put it on and just forget about it. It needs to be watered in. It photo degrades in the sunshine, and then it's no good. So we need to water it in, and then it will do its work. Takes 3 to 7 days, and then it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, quick question then. Quick question then. We're supposed to have a nice sunny day today, nice sunny day tomorrow, but a stormy day on Thursday. Could some people who might not want to have to pay any more on their water bills going to say, well, we'll put it on in the evening, so like tomorrow night, and then Thursday morning with a deluge?
With the perfect. Absolutely perfect.
All right. So
See, you are a gardener after all. Yes.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's the old, I got my green card. I married a Dutch girl, so I can work here. And no, I shouldn't be so mean, but it's just, we got storms coming in Thursday, storms coming in Friday. Let's hope we don't have Lake 120th Avenue again. We don't need that.
Oh no, we don't need the gardens to flood, but we just not just enough to get that dialox in the ground. That's all we need. Yes, that'll be fine.
So that's our awards for this week, and we'll have more awards giving away during next week's edition of the WHTC Talk of the Town Yard and Garden Hour with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen. Jan, this has become the catchphrase of our COVID-19 situation. Social distancing.
Yes.
I have other terms than the politically correct distancing. But social distancing is also necessary in the plant world, but it's not because they're going to catch COVID-19. Explain a little bit, shall we?
No. When you plant your plants, whether they be flowers or cabbage or tomatoes, it's real important to look on the little things or get your little vegetable planting guides from DeBruyn's at how far apart these plants have to be placed. I know it's real, especially with flowers, it's real tempting to space them like right next to each other. So you think you're going to get great big amount of flowering. And what you do is you get a bunch of plants that just don't really thrive. So make sure you do the correct social distance away from the other plants. Don't crowd them in, and you will get much better plants so they can bush out each and take up more space.
Now, the thing is, sometimes you might want to plant maybe just one or two, maybe three, and maybe they'll be a little bit, shall we say, barren right now. But next year they'll have a lot of their siblings and a lot of their youngsters be around them as well. I wouldn't say they mate, but they do spread out.
So yes, they do spread out. So make sure that you give them enough room. Just with the social distancing, I just thought, great, to remind people, don't plant things so close together. Let them be as far apart as they have to be, so they can grow up and be a normal plant.
Now, one final thing, Jan. What about wildflowers? Do they need to be socially distanced as well, or can you sort of like broadcast them like like the old term used to be before we took it over with radio about just
yes
throwing out the seeds like Johnny Appleseed?
Actually, you can broadcast wildflower seeds. You have to remember, though, those little teeny tiny things at the bottom of the bag that you think are who knows what, those are all seeds. And they're so tiny. You'd really need to be good at social distancing this as you're throwing them out. So sometimes it's best to mix it with some Milorganite or some compost or something so you can mix it, throw it out a little bit better. That would be a much easier way to do it.
Now, of course, we have many more topics to discuss. Unfortunately, we don't have many more time left to discuss them. That just goes by so fast. Jan Meeuwsen, of course, is the master gardener from DeBruyn Seed, Washington Elm in downtown Zeeland. The hours are a little bit different now because of the COVID-19 situation, a little bit less, fewer hours.
Yes, we're open from 8 until 4 during the week, and then from 8 until 1 on Saturday. That's when the store is open. Yes.
DeBruynSeed.com is the website. We'll put a link to that when we put the podcast of this particular conversation with Jan coming up in a little bit. But of course, Jan Meeuwsen will be back with us Saturday morning for the Yard and Garden Hour from 11 to noon here on WHTC, the Garden Party, and hopefully all goes well. We'll get that connection on Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday mornings here on WHTC Talk of the Town. Jan, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All at the store, including Mr. Butternut. Have a good week, and we will look forward to chatting with you again next week.
Yes, he's been sleeping through this whole thing, so.
Let's make sure he's okay.
Must be nice, yes.
Must be nice to doze, take the cat nap, as they say.
Yeah.
CBS News is next on the hour.